in the National Football League. And it is, as I said, week number 10. And last week I went 9-4 with a 78-56 mark overall in the 2022 NFL season. The cream is starting to rise to the top. Ooh, yeah, brother. Okay. We've got Thursday night football tomorrow being, now, as you know, I usually do this on Thursdays. However, I've got other events going on Thursday, and this is the only time I'm really going to be able to do my picks and get them in before it would be too late, and I would start owing whatever. Because if I don't make a pick, it's a loss, like a tie. I don't make these rules. No, I actually do make the rules, and I abide by them. They're my rules, and I abide by them, okay? Thursday night football, it's an NFC South showdown on Prime Video at 8:15 p.m., and I don't know if a lot of people are going to want to tune into this one, especially that it's not on television. It's on Prime Video. Maybe this is one of those games you avoid. Although, as I've always said, the NFL has the fantasy element to it. There's people always watching. The 4-5 Atlanta Falcons are at the 2-7 Carolina Panthers, and right now it's a 3.5-point favorite for the Falcons. I'm going to take them to win by 10 points here. The Panthers are that bad and getting worse. The Falcons are almost kind of sneaking in on either a division or a wild card in the NFC South, which is not a great division by any stretch of the imagination. It doesn't help that the Panthers are really, really, really terrible. The Buccaneers are slightly better. The Falcons, they're right up there with the Bucs. They beat the Bucs, remember, in Tampa a few weeks ago. And the New Orleans Saints are just dreadful. Although they've got talent. Dennis Allen, I'm going to say, is not a great head coach. Couldn't get it done with the Raiders. He was there for, 2.5 seasons? Into his third season, he gets fired. And he's the heir apparent to Sean Payton, and it has not worked out in New Orleans thus far. That's going to be 8:15 Thursday on Prime Video. I'm going to take the Falcons in this one. Sunday, yes, more Sunday morning football, this time in Munich, Germany. They're going to have the NFL in Germany in the regular season for the first time ever. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will host the Seattle Seahawks, the surprising Seattle Seahawks, the Seabags. Right now, 6-3 are Seattle. Tampa Bay 4-5 had that thrilling win on Sunday against the LA Rams. On Sunday, and again, I had the Bucs winning that one, although I was starting to get a little nervous. Although it's Tom Brady in the fourth quarter, Mr. Comeback, right? 9:30 in the morning on NFL Network. They'll be in Germany for the Tampa Bay Bucs and the Seattle Seahawks. Right now, the Bucs are a 2.5-point favorite. I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one. They seem to win close games, and I think this will be a close game. I've got them winning by 6 points here. And no chance for a Tom Brady comeback because I think the Seahawks will hog the ball to the point where they can't let Brady get back into that game. They keep him on the sidelines where he can trash $1,000 tablets. Next Sunday at 1, we've got, this is a good one. This could be a Super Bowl matchup, okay? You've got the Buffalo Bills at 6-2 with Josh Allen dinged up. I'll talk about that in a bit. Hosting the 7-1 Minnesota Vikings. This is a 1 p.m. kickoff on Fox, and right now the Bills are favored by 6.5 points. I'll take the Bills in this one, but I think it's going to be close because of the Josh Allen injury. It looks like he's injured his UCL, his ulnar collateral ligament, which is basically your throwing arm, and the bone right here, like that, like with Tommy John surgery. A lot of baseball players, that part right here where I'm going to point right there, that part of the elbow where you make the throw, he's injured that. Not good. But I will take the Bills, and I think they're going to win this one by, I'm going to take them to win by 4 points, 4 to 5 points in this one. It's going to be a good game, I think. This has got all the makings of a good game. The Vikings had to go to Landover, Maryland, and escape beating the Washington Commanders because they were down, and Kirk Cousins came, you like that? Made the comeback. And was dancing half naked in the airplane. I don't want to see that again, okay? I don't want to see that. And I don't want to see Kirk Cousins dance half naked in an airplane ever again. I don't want to see Kirk Cousins half naked ever again. It's something I couldn't unlearn. No thanks. If you're into that, I don't mind. It's not for me. So. Next, You have the Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears in an NFC North showdown. This is Sunday at 1 p.m. on Fox. And right now, the Bears are 3-6 and the Lions are 2-6. And it's a 3.5-point favorite by the Bears. Chicago really showed us something by almost beating Miami, the Dolphins. However, I don't trust the Bears any farther than I can throw them. And this is saying something, being that the Detroit Lions have been a massive disappointment, and I thought they'd take the next step, and they have not done that. Now, they did beat the Green Bay Packers this past Sunday, and I think they're actually going to beat the Bears in Chicago. I think the Bears are going to be on such a high that because they almost beat the Dolphins, they're going to kind of take that and not move on to thinking they could beat the Detroit Lions by double digits. I've got the Lions winning on a last-second field goal in Chicago to upset the Bears. Sunday at 1 on Fox. Next, we have Den at 10. The 3-5 Denver Broncos are at the 5-3 Tennessee Titans. That game is a 1 p.m. kickoff on CBS. Right now, the Titans are why do I keep saying scheduled? They're favored to win by 3.5 points. And I'm going to take the Titans to win this one by 10 points, I think. I know the Broncos are coming off a bye week, but Nate Hackett, the new head coach of the Broncos, I don't know how much newer he's going to be. There's already some rumblings that he's not going to survive this new regime, because when the Broncos were sold, he was the head coach with the old regime. The rumblings are that he's not been impressing the new brass of the Waltons, Walmart, who owns the Broncos. And it's funny because now, if you don't know this, I can tell you this. Stan Kroenke, the owner of the Los Angeles Rams, right? His daughter is a Walton. So he, in effect, is in the Walmart family as well. So you have two NFL ownership groups who are essentially Walmart. They call them the Walmart Broncos and the Walmart Rams. So does that mean if they ever meet in the Super Bowl, it would be the Walmart Bowl? I shudder to think. Perish the thought. Tennessee almost defeated Kansas City. They almost pulled away with that win in overtime on national TV against Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. It wasn't meant to be. It will be meant to be this time around. They will defeat the Denver Broncos, who are rested. I just think Derrick Henry is just going to run over that Denver defense, and I don't know if Russ Wilson is going to be able to figure it out right now. They got to snap out of it. They're 3-5. Next, we have, speaking of Kansas City, a 1 p.m. kickoff on CBS, hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars, who got a big win over the Las Vegas Raiders in Jacksonville. However, this game is in Kansas City, where it's very tough to play. The Buffalo Bills know this because they came away with a win just barely over Kansas City a few weeks ago. Right now, the Chiefs are enough with saying scheduled, J-Dawg. Stop. Are favored to win by 9.5 points. Now, Kansas City barely got the win against a suspect Tennessee Titans defense, although they kind of shorted up in the end. The Titans played a little bit better. Not enough, though. Pat got the victory. Primetime Pat. And you know what? This is going to be the stone-cold lead pipe lock of the week. I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs to win by 24 points. 24 points over the Jacksonville Jaguars in Kansas City. That is such a tough place to play. How is Trevor Lawrence going to respond if he makes a turnover, especially in that building? It is loud. It's tough to play. It's tough to play there. If the Jacksonville Jaguars can make this competitive, I will tip my cap to the Jags and company. But right now, and Doug Peterson's a great coach. He's won a Super Bowl. I got a bad feeling about the Jacksonville Jaguars coming into Kansas City with KC being a 9.5 point favorite. Again, 24 points. I think they're going to run roughshod over Jacksonville. Next, we have Cleveland at Miami. 1 p.m. kickoff on CBS, and right now, the Dolphins are 6-3, the Browns are 3-5. A bye week for Cleveland, who got a big win over the reigning, defending, undisputed, and in-state rival Cincinnati Bengals on Monday night on Halloween. They got the week off. They should have taken, I think they're going to take another week off here. Right now, Miami's favored by 4.5 points, and the Dolphins are going to win this game. I think they're going to win this game by 9 to 10 points. Cleveland is just I'm not going to, again, they had a great victory, but I'm not going to get suckered into maybe they've got something going here. We do this almost every year, except for 2020 when they appeared to turn the corner, and they did. 2021, they regressed, and they've really regressed in 2022. Next game, another 1 p.m. kickoff on CBS. They own the market on these games, my goodness. It's like they've got rights to these games or something, right? Pay $1 billion for them. The New York Football Giants are 6-2, hosting the 6-1 Houston Texans. Now, this should be the stone-cold lead pipe lock of the week. I don't know if the Giants, because we're in the second half of the season, maybe the Giants regress a little bit here. They might not be the beasts of the East, like the Dallas Cowboys and the only unbeaten in the Philadelphia Eagles. Giants currently favored by 6.5 points. I'm going to take them by 2 touchdowns, 14 points. It's in MetLife Stadium. It is the Houston Texans. They're not really that good at all. And again, they're 6-1 for a reason. The Giants, again, I think I'm going to take this one. And again, only by 14 points. I know it's insurmountable for a team as bad as Houston. However, it's not the stone-cold lead pipe lock of the week. Next one, we have at 1 p.m. on Fox, the 2-6 Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the 3-6, I almost said Baltimore, no, 3-6 New Orleans Saints, who lost to the Baltimore Ravens on Monday Night Football. Right now, the Saints are a 2.5-point favorite. I could go either way on this one. The Steelers aren't very good, and neither are the Saints. But I'm going to take the Steelers in this one by a field goal. I think they're going to get it done, and the bad luck continues for the Saints. Andy Dalton doesn't look like he's going to be the guy in New Orleans as the backup to Jameis Winston. Taysom Hill is a serviceable player and can really you can essentially plug and play him in a variety of positions. He is versatile when it comes to quarterback, when it comes to wide receiver, when it comes to being a slot receiver, when it comes to being a fullback and a running back. He can get you there. Do they try to make him a starting quarterback if this doesn't go well for Andy Dalton? I don't know. I'm going to take Pittsburgh in this one. Next, we have the 3-5-1 Indianapolis Colts, who have a new interim coach in Jeff Saturday, but they're playing on a Sunday at the Las Vegas Raiders. It's 4:05 p.m. kickoff on CBS, and 6.5-point favorite are the Raiders, and I'm going to take it. Although I think it'll be, 6.5 points. I'll take the 6.5 points. I think the Colts will be a lot more competitive. Frank Reich couldn't figure out the quarterback situation. I'm not sure Jeff Saturday will be able to do that either. I think they're going to play a little bit better under Saturday, though, who's never had any head coaching experience past the high school level. That includes college, that includes the pros, amateur, other than amateur, well, high school is amateur, but above that level. I just think he's a gritty guy. Not to say that Frank Reich wasn't. Frank Reich was a cagey guy. Cagey and gritty are not the same. Gritty's a mascot for the Philadelphia Flyers, and cagey, I think, is a mascot for some minor league baseball team in offshoot Alabama. I don't know. Anyway, I've got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. That was the last one. I've got the Raiders in this one. This looked like to be the game of the week at one time. Fox will market it as that because they're not going to market the Rams and the Cardinals as the game of the week. Let's face it. The 3-6 Green Bay Packers host the 6-2 Dallas Cowboys. Dallas, yes, Dallas is a 5.5-point favorite going into the game on Sunday. It's a 4:25 p.m. kickoff on Fox. Green Bay, if they lose this, they're done. This is why I think they're going to win. They're going to win by 7, and then I think we'll see a little bit of a sense of urgency by the Packers because this wide receiving core sucks. The rookies are not meshing well with Aaron Rodgers at all. When he looks at the camera with that face going, I'm working with children. I wish he'd stop doing that. Be a leader. You're making almost $50 million. You got to be a leader, Aaron. Be a leader. You got to relax and be a leader. And I think this is the time to do it. The Dallas Cowboys have had problems against the Green Bay Packers for many years, and I think the problems will continue in Lambeau, and I think it's supposed to be cold too. Not the frozen tundra. We're getting there, though. How little is too little, too late, though, if Green Bay loses this game? Because right now, they're out. They're out, Jerry. Next, the Arizona Cardinals at 3-6 at the 3-5 Los Angeles Rams, the reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champion, who have not played like champions as of late. They allow a lot of points defensively, and they let one get away, and they know it, against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks in last year's rematch of the NFC divisional game, which the Rams won in Tampa, and then won the NFC title game against the Niners, and then beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Now, the Rams are a 3.5-point favorite. The Cardinals can't figure it out for some reason. Don't know if it's Kyler Murray. Don't know if it's the head coach, Cliff Kingsbury. Don't know if it's the defensive line. J.J. Watt's not what he used to be. Well, he's had a lot of injuries too. When that free agent signing happened last year, a lot of people were thinking that it was Super Bowl or bust for the Cardinals. And for a little while, the Cardinals were the unbeaten team, the talk of the NFL. And then they got beat. And then they got beat again. And then they got beat where it mattered most, against the Rams in the playoffs. I think they're going to lose to the Rams again. Rams are 3.5-point favorites. I'll take the points. I'm going to say 3.5. It's a 4:25 kickoff on Fox. Sunday night football, and it looks like we're going to have 2 weeks in a row of Los Angeles Chargers football in prime time. They flexed next week's Chargers-Chiefs game to Sunday night, so you'll get back-to-back weeks of Justin Herbert. Their opponent this week, though, the San Francisco 49ers in a rematch of Super Bowl 29, which was played in late January of 1995. I remember that game because that game was on ABC. The Super Bowl was on ABC, I think only one more time after that. Three more times after that. It was 3 more times. That's right, because I'm going by history here, by memory, by muscle memory. 2000, Rams Titans. 2003, Bucks Raiders, and 2006, Super Bowl 40, Seahawks and Steelers. That's the last time ABC had the Super Bowl. I think they're going to get it a few more years down the road, but it's been a long time since they've last had it. But they had it in 95 in Miami. This game, though, is in Santa Clara, California. Chargers are 4-4. Chargers are 5-3. Barely got a win over the Atlanta Falcons, by the way. Right now, the Niners are a 7.5-point favorite, and I can't take that. I'm sorry, I just can't. I've got to take the Bolts in this one, and I think they're going to win by 10 points. Monday Night Football. It's an NFC East showdown. We'll see if the Washington Commanders are up to the task to be beasts of the East and spoil the last of the unbeatens, a hated rival in the 8-0 Philadelphia Eagles. 8:15 is the kickoff on ESPN's Monday Night Football. And right now, the unbeaten Eagles are 11.5-point favorites. I'm going to take those points, and I'm going to say they're going to win by 17 points. I just think the air got deflated with Washington losing last week to Minnesota. I don't know if it's going to get better or worse for them. I think it's going to get worse for them. I'm going to take the Eagles in this one by, as I said, by 14 points. So about 14 to 17 points. The line's moving, so as am I. I'm moving. Teams on bye this week: the reigning, defending, undisputed AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals, the New York Football Jets, the Baltimore Ravens, and the New England Patriots all each have a bye week. Let's recap, shall we? This is what I've got for week number 10. Thursday Night Football, I've got Atlanta over Carolina, and then Germany on Sunday. Going to see if they run the ball. Seattle over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's the host team. Buffalo over Minnesota. Detroit over Chicago in an upset. Tennessee over Denver. My stone-cold lead pipe lock are the Kansas City Chiefs over Jacksonville by at least 24 points. Miami over Cleveland. The Giants, the G-Men, over the Texans. Pittsburgh over New Orleans. Las Vegas over Indy. Green Bay over Dallas. I'm glutton for punishment, what can I say? The LA Rams over the Cardinals. The LA Chargers over San Francisco. And on Monday Night Football, Philadelphia over Washington. Okay, that's it for today. If you saw J-Dawg's short shorts, today is National Fried Chicken Sandwich Day. So check that out. I'll be doing this again next Thursday. Again, I've got stuff going on this week, so that's why I couldn't do my normal Thursday routine of 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll be doing that, though, next Thursday. We'll go back to that same format. Same bat time, same bat channel. Again, this was a special. I've got stuff going on this week, and I wanted to fit it in this week to do the NFL picks for J-Dawg's Fearless Football Picks. I'll do the recap on Tuesday for Week 10, and then Week 11 next week. We'll have J-Dawg's Fearless Football Picks back in its regular time slot of 2 p.m. Eastern next Thursday. All right, like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you on J-Dawg's Short Shorts tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll have to find out. And I'll do this again next week. Are you ready for some football? You will be tomorrow. Maybe you will, maybe you won't be. I mean, it is the Falcons and the Panthers after all. Although if you got those certain players on your fantasy team, there's something in it for you. Or if you're a betting person, there's something in it for you. If you don't care, you're not going to care watching that game. I can tell you that much. Or if you don't have Prime Video and don't want it and don't care, then you've already answered my question to that. All right, back at it next week.